Reviews, the biggest news, the what's new, and the who's who. Welcome to the Daily Gamer podcast with Joe Mango and James.
Welcome to the Daily Gamer podcast number 25.
Wow, that's a big number.
It is a big number, but what's even more incredible is it's our 1 year anniversary since we started the podcast.
No way.
Yeah, one whole year.
Doesn't seem like that at all.
It has absolutely flown by, and we have loads of stuff to talk about on the podcast today.
Including some new releases. Assassin's Creed Mirage.
Yes, can't wait.
Crew Motorfest. Bit of racing action. Lies of P. Mortal Kombat 1. Witchfire. Payday 3. Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty, of course.
So many things.
And FIFA 24. Or
it's not called FIFA 24 anymore, James.
Sports EA Football.
Yes.
Whatever.
And a game that has already come out, Starfield. Is it worth it?
Oh, yeah, let's talk about that.
We are going to kind of dive in and see if it is worth it, just from our perspectives and what we've seen online. All of that to come on the podcast today. Bethesda's brand new ARPG Starfield, their first IP in over 25 years, and we expected quite a lot. But is it worth it? That is the big question. I have a few points against from my time with Starfield.
Yes.
James, you got some more points for, and you found some ways to kind of fix it as well.
I have, traditionally.
Yeah, which we're going to dive all into.
Yeah.
I'm going to start with my first 4 hours playing to start with. Okay? I have an issue.
Already, within the 4 hours?
I have a really big issue.
Right.
I have a PC that's maybe 6 years old now.
Okay.
And I can't run Starfield.
Oh, no.
I mean, I can run Starfield, but it bugs out. I've had it crash a few times.
Yeah.
I try and open a door that says, yeah, go through that portal there, go through that gate now, and whatever. And I click on it and it goes, and then nothing happens.
Oh, no.
And I was like, what's going on? Tried it again. Then I thought, all right, let me just close the game and open the game. Tried that. Then when I started opening the game, my whole game crashed. So I restarted my PC. Opened it again. Game crashed again.
Oh.
Then I restarted my PC again, started it again, and then it worked. Then I was pressing the button to open that door. Took a few times, but eventually I got in. Then it's like one of the first things, the flight simulator you have to go into. All right, if you want to join the not Constellation, it's the other peeps, like the police force almost of the terminus that you're on, something like that.
So I don't think I did.
No, okay. No. But anyway, it's optional at the start, but I just thought, I'll just do it straight away.
Okay.
I get into it, and I finally get inside, and it's like, okay, just click on, the seat, and you'll start your flight simulator training. And it came up with a bar going, you do not have the required level to get into this, to operate this vehicle. I'm going, what are you on about? Like, it's a flight simulator. And I Googled it, and it was saying, like, no one said anything about that, right? And that bug happening.
Okay.
So I thought, weird. So I went out the door, worried that it wouldn't open again. Managed to get back inside, and then I clicked on the seat and I sat down and did my flight simulator training.
That's weird. That's odd.
It was very strange, and I just don't understand why. There are plenty more bugs that I've had. I'm just going to go through one more because I thought it was quite funny.
Okay.
I had two people that were having a conversation. The one guy was stood near me. He was facing the other way and didn't turn around the whole conversation, which is a bit weird. And all the talking was out of sync with their mouth, which is a bit weird. Then it would cut to the woman that was also talking, but she wasn't where we were standing. She was in a room somewhere, also facing the other way. So it kept cutting between this guy and this woman and me, all having a conversation, but she was in another room, and it just kept cutting
he
between
was looking at you. Yeah.
And he was like chatting to her like they were stood next to each other, but actually, I don't know where she was. She could have been a kilometer away. And it was the strangest thing, and I've just had a really bad start to the game. I don't know if it's just because my PC is slow or what, but anyway.
I don't know. You've just been unlucky there, I think.
I might have just been unlucky, but they're my initial thoughts. I mean, IGN gave it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
And initially I thought, 7 out of 10, that seems a bit unfair. This game looks really cool. I'm starting to understand why it got a 7 out of 10, James.
I can see your pain. Some of it, I can feel your pain.
Yeah.
Because the out of sync voices, the turning around, so you're talking to the back of their heads.
You had that as well?
I've had that a few times. Not too many times.
Sorry, just before you continue, I just want to go through it. I have an older PC with a graphics card's a 1070 Ti.
Yeah.
Right. You have got a much beefier, brand new like PC.
I wouldn't say brand new, but
I mean, you got a
capable.
3080.
3080, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yours is leagues above mine, right? So carry on knowing that information.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
No, definitely, of course. See, I'm on the Game Pass version.
I bought it on Steam.
You're on Steam. Okay,
Yeah.
so there's a couple of different. I don't know if those two platforms. I haven't heard if those two platforms
Yeah.
differ too much in terms of performance or bugs, but for me, I've had a much smoother experience.
Okay.
I have an Xbox Series and a PC. I've loaded them both up on Game Pass because they have cross save. So whatever progress I
Oh,
make,
that's
on,
really cool. Okay.
on a console, it'll save to the cloud, and I can continue on the PC.
Very cool. I like that.
Which is ideal for me because occasionally, if I'm at a desk all day at work, I don't want to be at a desk all evening. So I kind
understand.
of like sit on a couch, whatever. But the PC definitely performs way better than the console version does. And with the help, or with that being said, the PC version you can modify.
Ah, yes.
You can mod it. You can download mods. You can download tweaks to performance,
Fixes,
add-ons, silly things. You want to add stupid stuff on it, you can.
Yeah.
Cosmetic upgrades to your NPCs or your own character. All sorts of things. If you're familiar with Skyrim, that's probably the most famously modded game in history. Skyrim mods has been still going on.
Oh, yeah.
For a long time. But my experience started off quite well. And there's a few things that I didn't really enjoy. It's mainly performance stuff. So like it was kind of the frame rate wasn't too great. The menu system was stuck on like a 30 frames per second, and even the reticle in the ship is quite like the frame rate of the reticle was annoyingly slow.
Yeah.
So there's fixes for that. So I got fixes.
Oh, okay.
I even expanded the field of view for first person and third person. It's
cool.
much better. And these things were the only things I really tweaked. And the inventory.
So that was one of the main things that I'd heard was just the main grievance from people is inventory management.
It's quite confusing. It's very convoluted. It is. It's bulky as well. So you can only see a maximum of like 7 or 8 things on the screen.
They've kind of like separated every single subgenre of item. So you've got weapons, it might be grenades, health packs, shoes,
now you've got your,
whatever.
Your backpacks, your jetpack things as well. That's a new thing.
So if you want to kind of go through that, you have to go through each one and go, oh, where is that item? And then go through that and then figure out what you've got.
It's a little confusing at first as well. And you've got your ship inventory as well. So that's also another story. But there are fixes for this. So there's obviously someone's jumped in even on like day 1 or day 2 of release.
I don't know how they do it.
And they've gone like, well, I'm fixing that straight away. And they've made the inventory much more manageable, like a Skyrim inventory. You've got all the details on the sides. You've got your value, you've got your all the stats, all in one, and you can sort them, whatever. It's great. So that's
okay. So basically, if you want to have a good time on Starfield, just make sure you get some mods on your PC.
Play it on PC and mod it.
Yeah.
Because what they do, the developers, they look at the game, they look at the mods that people make, and they include them in their next update or the next patch. They've done the same with Cyberpunk as well. They've taken people's mods and things, and some of the mods they make official as well. So they've done that with Skyrim and whatever.
That is the one good thing about Bethesda. If you don't know, they are pretty fine with you cheating in their games. You're allowed to use cheats and workarounds and mods and whatever, and they actually kind of go, they're going to do it anyway, so why not help them?
Exactly. And it's not multiplayer, so it doesn't affect.
Exactly. It's not like you're competing and that's what's going to cause an issue. So it is nice that they do, push that and help the community, because at the end of the day, the community are going to do it anyway, so they might as well be a part of it.
Yeah.
I'm still having a really good time with Starfield.
Yeah.
I quite like it. I do get a bit annoyed when I'm running around at the start, but now I'm quite enjoying it. And especially the physics is really good. You go from being on like a planet that you have an atmosphere and you can walk around and
it has like Earth-like gravity.
Yeah, and you do a little jump and you jump like a little bit high and whatever.
Yeah.
Then you go to a place where you're actually in space, like in a spacesuit, walking on the the surface.
Strange alien planet.
Yeah, you do a jump and you're like, whee!
Yeah, you go really high.
And it's really cool. And like,
in terms of combat, when you're shooting from the air, it's great fun.
Yeah. I mean, the combat is definitely great. They've smashed it there. So definitely a bonus for me. I quite like the guns in general. They seem quite, they feel quite nice.
Yeah, they're quite satisfying.
Have you used like the knives and the like axes and stuff?
Not so much melee. I've tried
They
it.
feel great. Like when you're close combat inside a ship and you just get your axe out and you just kadoosh the guy on the head, it feels pretty good.
Okay, Skyrim-esque.
Yeah, which I quite like. So yeah, the positive, combat, definitely a positive in the game. Very fun. Exploration.
Oh, just so good.
I mean, it is really nice. The one downside that I heard from some people, and I don't think this is a consensus, by the way, people think, it has loads of planets, but they're all randomly generated. And I don't like the fact that you can, your friend will find something on a planet and you can't go to that planet and also find the same thing, which I do get. I understand that. But at the same time, who cares?
Yeah. It's discovery for you, and it's your own thing, right?
It's your own story. Yeah. It's your own path. Starfield is meant to be, you can play Starfield in so many ways. You can do whatever you want with it. Some people will go and be there's like a thieves guild, like in Skyrim and stuff. You can be a thief. And when you get to the skill tree, there's a lot of skill trees, and to be fair, it does look quite daunting. And you're like, I hope I can get these up at some point. Yeah. But you can kind of take that path whichever way you want.
Exactly.
Do you want to be a herbalist? Do you want to make food? Do you want to be skilled in pistols or shotguns, or do you want to be telepathic? Like,
exactly. And then
it's really cool.
And then you have the choices of those factions, don't you?
Yeah.
Which require, like, there's one faction I've joined, I've forgotten what it was. So there's like, you apply for a job in like a kiosk thing.
Cool.
And on like a computer, and you apply for the job and you go through an interview. It's great.
Way.
Yeah, you actually do an interview. And then they get you working. They like get you delivering coffee. It's kind of like that intern.
No way. That is really cool.
That cliched intern thing.
There's a lot of really cool stories like that I've heard, where people have gone off to a random planet and they found a quest line that they were like, this was an incredible quest line. They really enjoyed it. Yeah. So I can't wait to explore more with Starfield. We haven't even talked about the ships really yet.
I haven't actually got to that part where I'm building the ship. I still have the standard one you start with.
I haven't built a ship yet, but I have done a few ship battles. It's quite nice how you have essentially different points to put into your ship. Do you want your guns to be more powerful? And you can change it on the fly whilst you're in a fight. Do I want to boost my shields and my engines?
You shift your power to different parts.
Exactly. You're shifting your power constantly. So, when you're trying to fly somewhere, you can put it all into engine. But then you're in a combat situation. You want to reduce engine a little bit and put it into your lasers or your cannons or whatever.
Yeah, it's a bit kind of Star Trek-y, because then in Star Trek they're like, put all the power into the shields.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they can't move around that much.
Yeah,
because the power is not there.
Exactly.
Like, put the power into the warp drive, whatever. Anyway,
and there is a warp drive in that as well.
Yeah,
which is really cool. Yeah. So overall, I'm actually really enjoying it. I can't wait to explore more. I can't wait to get more into the game. And I'm sure that, as we go on and play more and more, we'll be able to do more videos about it. Yeah. And we'll be able to kind of explain it more so you can really get a feel for like what Starfield is like.
Exactly.
If you're playing it, please let us know. We would love to hear from you. My total overviews is I'm really loving it. Bugs aside, I'm sure anything there is there will be fixed.
And just send Joe a new computer.
Yes, please. That would be absolutely fantastic.
Taking donations.
I think Microsoft themselves should send me one.
Yeah, Bethesda powered computer. Oh, a Starfield like designed PC.
That would be cool. If anyone's doing that, please do hit us up on Instagram, Daily Gamer Official, and slide into my DMs.
Let's talk about new releases.
There's so many. I'm so excited. It's just an incredible rest of the year.
There's a plethora. I love that word, plethora.
Plethora. Yeah, I like it.
Or plethora. How do you say it?
Plethora, yeah.
Plethora.
I've never heard anyone say plethora.
Plethora. That's a nice name.
It sounds like a dinosaur.
The Plethorasaurus Rex.
Anyway, there's a nice plethora of games that are coming out.
Yeah. We were lucky enough to get early access to Assassin's Creed Mirage.
Yes, we actually got invited to go down to Ubisoft Abu Dhabi, which was very exciting for us. And we got to play Assassin's Creed Mirage. Very, very cool. We had about 3 hours demo.
Yeah, you had a good session.
It was really fun. We actually have a video up on our YouTube of our time there. We will have more videos on the way, and you can check it all out. Daily Gamer Official on the YouTube, or check out our website. It's on there as soon as you open the website. Daily-gamer.net as well.
So yeah, watch out. We'll get to review it as well. And then.
But I did have fun. I mean, it's definitely going back to the roots of Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, stealthy assassinations, quite literally.
The combat still felt like, I feel like they took the combat from like Valhalla into this one, so the combat's still quite fluid. It's not as like open combat as Valhalla, but it is quite nice in the way it works, and it took a bit of time to kind of like get it right. Because there's a lot of like, dodge that and block that, and if you don't block it at the right time, stuff like that.
Yeah, there's a lot. They've taken the best bits from their previous games, and almost, I wouldn't say they've dumbed it down, but they've made it very accessible. They've made it very simple and easy to pick up and play and learn.
And now that the iPhone 15 has announced that it's going to be able to play Assassin's Creed Mirage,
conveniently timed, I think.
Very good. I like that.
You know, they're pushing mobile technology and gaming to their limits now, and it's really impressive what they're doing. Alongside that game, we had another bit of early access with Crew Motorfest, another Ubisoft exclusive.
Exactly, yeah.
And so I've put in a few hours, and so has our colleague Larry.
Yes, Larry has played a lot of hours from what I hear.
Yeah,
he's a bit bored in Australia right now, and he's just been smashing it, which is great.
Yeah, and helping us put together some reviews for that as well.
Yeah, so we will have that coming very soon, written by Larry and James. I'm excited because I haven't managed to play it.
It's good,
but I want to play it.
It's good.
Yeah.
I can say it's got a lot of inspiration from certain titles.
Other
you could probably guess.
Racing games.
Yes, set in an open world racing game.
This one's set in Hawaii though, right?
It is, yeah.
Which I think is really cool. That's a nice place to have a racing game.
It does look very good.
Yeah.
Its graphics are incredible and it's impressive.
And the driving and everything.
Yeah, it's good fun.
Because you can play, you can be in an F1 car, or you can be
that's
in a drift car. Or
that's its USP. It's the variety of vehicular mayhem you can cause.
Because you can even go in like boats and planes and stuff as well, right?
Planes, motorcycles.
Skidoo?
Off-road. What's a skidoo?
Isn't that the snow one? No, that's a snowmobile. What's a skidoo? I thought a skidoo was like a snowmobile. Anyway.
I don't know about skidoos, but there are F1 cars, exotics, your JDM drifters.
Nice.
There's all sorts of things there, so you won't get bored.
What's a JDM drifter?
Oh, I'm sorry, Japanese domestic market.
Nice.
Which is a Japanese car, basically.
Yeah. They modify to be able to drift.
Yeah, you can do, yeah.
Yeah. just for the uninitiated.
Yeah, I know. I go on my
James is a car guy.
My little car journey. Yeah. Anyway, a few more titles to mention. Lies of P.
It looks very scary.
It looks scary. I agree, but it's more of it's a story of Pinocchio,
which is so random.
Yeah, it's a weird one. But
who thought, hey, I'm going to do like a horror, weird, scary, creature thing based on Pinocchio.
Fairy tale.
Yeah.
I think it's great. It looks great.
It does look cool.
It's a Souls-like with very, very creative.
It's so random. It's a Souls-like Pinocchio game. Like imagine trying to sell that to the publisher.
Exactly.
Hey guys, what's your next game? All right, hear me out. We're doing a Souls-like Pinocchio game. I'm sure they were like, until they saw it.
It first comes to mind as like the cartoon and that sort of.
But great. I mean, we need more random stuff like that. That's what drives the gaming industry.
And it looks dark. It looks challenging. It looks fun. It's on Game Pass, I believe, so you can pick it up on there from now or maybe very soon. Mortal Kombat 1.
Yeah.
So Mortal Kombat, we all know that. We all know and love Mortal Kombat.
I know what you're about to say.
What am I about to say?
You're about to say how bad it is on the Nintendo Switch. I mean, come on. I just wouldn't have put it on Nintendo Switch if it's going to look that...
At least they tried.
I mean, basically, if you don't know, the Nintendo Switch is obviously a lower generation console.
Less powerful.
A lot less powerful because it's essentially a portable console where, Nintendo made games. They make them really cleverly to look amazing despite being on that console.
Platform, yeah.
They're only 480p maximum or something.
Yeah, because it's a small screen.
Exactly.
Or 720.
So you're never going to get HD, you're never going to get 4K, anything like that.
Yeah.
So they've taken Mortal Kombat, which has been made for PS5 and whatever, and they've put it onto a Nintendo
They've
Switch.
done their best.
If you haven't already seen it, go and check it out. It looks hilarious.
It's woeful. But the thing is, I mean, granted, I don't know if it's the same people that worked on the port.
Yeah.
So it could have been a separate team, but they're probably in the meeting and they said, okay, hey, developers, so we're going to have a PS5 version. Whee!
Yeah.
Xbox Series version. Yay! PC version. Yay! Nintendo Switch version. Yeah, what? And then you're going to work on Nintendo.
Yeah.
They're like, no fucking way. Anyway,
what can you do?
Check that up. Check that online. There's a review, I think, a Switch review by IGN, and they give it a 3.
Oh, wow. And you actually see, there's a video where it shows you side by side the gameplay of each one, and it's pretty sad. Anyway. Play it on PlayStation 5. Don't buy it on Nintendo Switch is basically what we're telling you.
Poor Switch. Payday 3 as well. That's coming up soon. I don't know if you've played Payday. It's like the...
it's like you're bank robbers.
Cooperative bank robbing heist game.
I actually played it in the VR park in Dubai Mall.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, so you can actually go and
nice.
And do a Payday simulation. You're there, running through and shooting and stuff.
I really would like to try it.
It's pretty fun.
And the big one this month is, apart from Starfield, Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty.
Wow.
It looks incredible. Obviously, they've repatched it to version 2, or Cyberpunk itself.
Yeah.
To version 2, so it's going to be the best it's ever been in terms of performance, in terms of gameplay, in terms of whatever.
It's really bad, though, because I was so excited for Starfield and thought, wow, this is going to just be my life for a couple months. And now I'm 8 hours into Starfield. I think I just want to play Cyberpunk when it comes out now because it looks incredible.
Yeah.
They did a new trailer with Idris Elba, and it's really good. I mean, I'm hoping that when it actually gets released and comes out, it looks as good as the footage and everything they've put out so far, which I'm sure they won't make that mistake again.
That's the hype train. Yeah, so that's why they've prepared themselves for it. They've prepared for the expansion.
It's been 3 years? 3 years since the original came out.
That's nuts.
It doesn't seem like an old game.
I still haven't finished
3
the
years.
story. I think it's every few weeks I'll load it up.
Really?
I'll have a
still on
session.
it? Yeah.
And then I'll just advance the story a little bit, but I keep getting sidetracked with the side missions.
I mainly just was on the story. Again, I didn't finish it. But it's only because I had it on PS4 and I was just so I'm going to get it on PS5 to play I'm going to get it on my PC to play Phantom Liberty. And hopefully my PC can keep up. If not, I'm coming around your house, James.
Yeah, you can play it on
yours.
the PS5, the Xbox, or the...
or your PC.
Oh, dear. I spoil myself.
You really do.
Anyway, apart from that, there's also the new FIFA EA Sports Football Soccer
Yes.
200, whatever it's called now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, but whatever. I like football games. I'm a football fan.
Yeah.
I like to follow the sport. But each rendition or edition of the FIFA franchise, there's just small. It's like an iPhone, isn't it? They make small changes.
No, but I mean, look, I don't buy the FIFA every single year. All right, because I think it's
the FIFA.
You know what I mean, though? That's what it was like. Everyone just buys the new FIFA every single year. I didn't do that. I did that with Call of Duty. Not all of them. I didn't get Cold War or anything like that. But I never buy the normal FIFA. But I have been looking into this one, and I do think they've made a lot of cool changes that will definitely enhance it. So I am quite excited for that. I saw a video today that was showing the top-rated players, which I thought was really cool. And there's 3 women that are on 90 or 91 points in there as well, which I think is really cool. So they're really pushing that side of things now, as well as obviously the men. Number 1 player, though, is Kylian Mbappe still. Haaland's 4th, I think. Look, don't get me wrong. Yes, they kind of just updated it a little bit, but but I do think they have tried to go a little bit above and beyond. And I think they needed to because of the name change. They needed to do something special, add features in there that weren't there before or better and whatever.
Make it stand out from their previous entries. So I'm looking forward to just loading up a manager mode with Man U and then just playing. Yeah. That's what I usually do.
Nice.
Little special mention, an indie title. I think I've talked about this before. You Suck at Parking.
Yeah.
I love the title. I think it's on the consoles now or on, I don't know, I think it's got a PS4 release or something like that. But it just reminded me of how fun that was.
Yeah.
And something that you should pick up if you get a chance. It's basically, it's a parking game, but it's like a puzzle. So you go through stages of parking a little car and you can jump through little levels. And then your challenge is to, you can skid and stop in a parking space.
Nice. Yeah. Okay.
As quickly as you can. And as well as you can. So it's kind of fun. It's really addictive.
I think it's going to be one of those games that you could give someone who is really bad at parking as a Christmas gift. Drop it into their Steam or something.
That'd be amazing if we still did physical copies for games. That would be great.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that would be hilarious. Yeah. Like in your Secret Santa, you've given them a game called You Suck at Parking. That'd be so good.
It's so good. You just pop it into your Nintendo Game Boy or something. Do you remember those days?
I do remember those days, James. Yeah, that was probably the first, I guess, gaming device I played was the original Game Boy. And the PlayStation 1. I can't remember which came first, but I think one of them.
Which one? Game Boy and?
Game Boy and PS1.
Oh, Game Boy first, definitely.
Yeah, but I can't remember which one I played first.
Oh, I see.
Because obviously Game Boy 1 came out before the PS1, but the PS1 came out the year I was born.
Oh my gosh, really?
So I played it. When was it? I think it was. Wait, when did the PS1
You're born
come
in what, 90?
PS1. The PlayStation. No, that's different. PlayStation 1.
Oh yeah, because there's a PS.
Yeah, it came out in 1994, which was the year I was born. Well, it was introduced in 1994. I don't think it was actually on sale 95 in America and Europe. But yeah, so I mean, I was young when it came out, so I didn't play it until I was a bit older, let's say.
Yeah, definitely the Game Boy was early. I think it was the NES, then the Game Boy, then the SNES. I could be wrong.
Anyway. Who knows?
Do your research and let us know because
we don't know anything.
We are idiots. We know nothing about gaming.
Not at all.
No. Okay, so yeah, that's it from the new releases. So I hope you enjoyed our little
James, gloss. I feel enlightened, so thank you very much for your new gaming releases.
You're welcome.
It's time now, James, for your gaming news of the week. Some pretty cool stuff, starting with Tomb Raider Remastered, the trilogy.
Oh, about time.
Coming in February. Now, this was announced at the Nintendo Direct, so it is going to be on Nintendo Switch, hopefully looking better than Mortal Kombat 1 currently on the Nintendo Switch. They basically remastered the old games, and it's all coming out. It's also going to be available on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X and X, Xbox One, and PC.
Great.
So pretty cool. As well as, obviously, Nintendo Switch.
That'd be a great nostalgia trip. I want to play 1, 2...
And 3?
I can't remember which ones I played, but the one that stood out was, when I first got the Tomb Raider 1, I think it was, and then getting it on the PC, actually, because I didn't have a PlayStation, and getting, the big PC box game.
Yeah,
it was, like this big. Yeah.
I'm excited. It's going to be cool. It's one of the games that I remember playing when I was younger and, loving it. The music when there's a baddie around, you're like, ooh.
Yeah.
And what I quite like is it's still got the roots of the old Tomb Raider games. As in, it's kind of boxy.
Yeah.
It's still quite boxy, but just kind of upgraded boxiness.
Yeah, because it's like when you want to, restore an old car, you keep it its old shape, but you make it better. You make it perform better.
Exactly. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. It does look really cool. And, yeah, Tomb Raider. She's back, baby. And I think they were the best Tomb Raider games ever. So
yeah, probably.
Yeah. So that is on the way. It says in February.
Nice.
All right, so a bit of time to wait, but yeah, excited for that one. Microsoft has kind of unveiled, accidentally, their cloud-powered Xbox console for 2028.
Whoa, 2028.
2028.
Is that what the next gen? Or
So that would be like a next gen. Now, they had to reveal this in the documents from the FTC versus Microsoft. It says it's yet to be named, the console, but it's set to be a game changer. It's basically been described as the next generation hybrid game platform, where Microsoft's vision is to combine local hardware with cloud computing for real-time gameplay and unprecedented performance.
Wow.
Basically what Google Stadia tried to do, but maybe a bit too early.
Yeah. Plus, I'll be 42, if that's any significance.
Wow. Yeah.
Sorry, I take away. But yeah, the Stadia did not have a good run, and I think maybe cloud-based gaming will be a little more
accessible,
easier,
but
smoothed out.
The main thing in my head is it's still going to have like a hardware thing that you can still play normal games on and download games, but it's also going to have cloud gaming, whereas Stadia was just cloud gaming.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's like optional. It's like, oh, well, I've already got the Xbox and I'm playing it and that's great, but I can also stream games.
Plus, internet speeds will be better in 5 years.
Oh, yeah, way better. So yeah, that is something to look forward to. Very excited for that one. Yeah, 2028. I'm sure we'll learn more. In more sad news, Square Enix.
What happened?
The guys who made Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah.
They have dropped $2 billion in market value.
Oh no, why?
Since the release of Final Fantasy 16. Now, from what I've read, the JRPG was not necessarily the reason for their decline. They had made quite a few games recently that did quite badly. One being Marvel's Avengers game that basically right now is on sale for like $2 and is actually going to be taken off the store very soon.
Oh dear.
So that didn't do so well. Also, remember Forspoken?
Oh yeah.
It was like, Forspoken! Oh, it's really bad. Yeah.
That had so much hype.
It had so much hype and it died so fast. Like, that was probably the biggest flop.
Super flop.
Of last year. Was it last year or was it even the start of this year? I can't remember. But anyway.
God, I literally did not hear anything about that since its release.
I definitely think we should make a video called Super Flop.
Super flops. Yeah, we talk about
super
flops.
flop games.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was definitely a super flop. So they've had some flops. And then they were hoping that the sales of Final Fantasy 16 would redeem the flops that they've had. And it hasn't kind of performed. If everything else was fine, then the performance of the Final Fantasy 16 would have been fine, right? They still would have made money.
Yeah.
But because it came out and didn't do so well, that's why their market value has dropped.
God, that's the pressure, isn't it? It's so high to release something.
It is, and now
really good.
And now there's talks. I don't know, rumors, whatever, naysayers, not naysayers, whatever you call it. What do you call it when someone like leaks things? Whistleblowers.
Whistleblower.
Yeah. That are basically saying that that they reckon Microsoft are going to buy them now because their market value's gone down by $2 billion.
Oh my god.
Is it? Huh?
There's also a rumor about the owner of Xbox wanting to buy Nintendo.
Oh, probably.
You see that as well.
Yeah. Who knows? I don't think you'll buy Nintendo. But their market value anyway was like $6.5 billion. So it's now only $4.5 billion, which is pretty decent compared to like $69 billion for, Blizzard, Activision Blizzard. Yeah. So yeah, a little bit sad there from old Square Enix, but what can you do? And yeah, there's more gaming news, but that's kind of your highlights.
Yeah.
Just a quick, final one. Insomniac Games, who have got Marvel Spider-Man 2 coming out, which is going to be a really big game. Everyone's super excited about that, and they haven't disappointed us yet, so let's hope that they continue the hype train going, and it's another really, really good game. But they've told us how long the main storyline will take us. It'll last around 15 to 20 hours, striking a balance between an immersive experience and manageable playtime, which I quite like. It is definitely one of those games that you can pick up for an hour, stop playing if you want.
As I get older, I like manageable playtime.
Yeah.
Games that are like 100 hours to complete.
And when you think about it, like, these games are targeted at like all ages, but say the younger audience is able to play them as well, and the younger audience aren't going to be up till 2 a.m, going through Starfield for 6 hours.
I know, like we would.
Like we could,
We could.
So they'll be able to, play a game for an hour and then put it down, and it's fine. And that's kind of, I think, where they're at with that, which is nice.
It's like when they make movies over 2 hours, almost 3 hours. It's like, guys, chill out. I just want a movie I can watch in an hour and a half.
I still haven't watched Oppenheimer.
Yeah, neither have I. I don't know. I'm going to wait till it's on...
No, but I want to watch it in the cinema. Anyway, I digress.
Yeah.
There you go. That is your gaming news of the week. So sad for Square Enix, but some in the positive light, we've got a Tomb Raider trilogy remaster. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
And that is it for our monumental podcast number 25, our 1-year anniversary.
Oh, what should we do to celebrate?
I don't know, I might just go to bed.
Have a good night's sleep. Is that the reward?
Nah, I'm going to go home and play Starfield.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll sleep later.
Exactly.
Sleep when we die.
But there you go. I mean, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're still listening at this point.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
We do love doing the podcast. If you ever want to contribute, you ever want to come on the podcast, or you just want to send us an email about stuff you want us to talk about.
You want to talk about a game or something, or an experience, or
maybe something that you heard us say, you thought, oh, that's rubbish. That's not true.
Or even your feelings.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or, oh my God, you guys are amazing. We would love to hear something like that. So yeah, please do let us know. You can hit us up on our email address. You can go dailygamer.info@gmail.com.
Nice.
Or you can email me directly, which is joe@daily-gamer.net.
Slide into our DM.
Yeah. So, just go onto Instagram, Daily Gamer Official, send us a DM. Check out our website as well, daily-gamer.net. We got loads of cool stuff. So, yeah, thank you for listening, and we will see you on podcast number 26.
Ooh, goodbye.
Yeah.